Hey, what's up everybody? It's Coach Matt over here at Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Answering a question for you today that was left on a video on my YouTube page. That's another way that you guys can leave questions for me to answer here on the blog, is if you leave a comment on one of the YouTube videos, I actually get it emailed right to me, and that way I'll get the question as soon as you post it, and I can do a video for you. Well, this one comes to us today from XO Java OX, and it says, "Hey coach, I have a question for you. A couple of other coaches told me that when you jump off your leg to start your glide, both of your feet should land at the same time. Does this actually make a difference?" This is an excellent question, because this is something that one of my athletes is having trouble with right now. One of my athletes has her blocking leg landing a long time after her power leg lands. So to explain further, what this person's asking is, when you come out of the back of the circle, when you explode out of the back in the glide, do both of your feet have to hit the ground at the same time? And the answer, in my opinion, is yes and no. And let me tell you what I mean. If you are a super strong, super athletic, super explosive, powerfully quick thrower, I like to have both of your feet land at the same time. With both of your feet landing at the same time, that keeps more of your weight back. But because you're so super strong and super powerful and super fast, you're able to, as soon as those feet hit, turn those feet, shift that weight, and start putting all that power behind the ball, throwing it as far as you can. Now, if you're somebody that maybe is not super fast or is not super explosive and really quick, what I'd like for you to see is, I want to see that back leg, that blocking leg, land just a fraction of a second, a split second after the power leg lands. And the reason for that is because if it's just slightly over, or just slightly after, I should say, the right foot hits or the power leg hits, just as soon as that happens, you're not going to lose too much of the weight being back, but it's almost a little cheap. It's almost starting your body going. As soon as the foot hits, your body starts to move. And because you're not super powerful, because you're not super quick just yet, see, notice how I said just yet, because you're going to work on that, it's going to cheat and get your body moving a little bit to get you out of the hole a little bit easier, and to get you to turn the foot and explode a little bit smoother, a little bit easier for you. It won't be as tough. Let me show you what I mean by this. I'm going to show you, first of all, the way to do it when both feet hit the ground at the same time. Then I'm going to show you the way to do it where the back foot hits just a split second after the power foot. And then the way that you're not supposed to do it, which is where this blocking leg, this back foot hits a long time after the front one. So what you're going to see is, the first time when both feet hit, my weight is going to stay all the way back. The second time, where the back foot hits just a fraction of a second over the power leg, what you're going to see is my weight just shift enough to get me moving. And the third time, you're going to see really something crazy happen, and probably why your coaches are telling you, XO Java OX, that you need to have both feet land at the same time. So let's do it right the first way. Okay, so the first way, mark out my shot circle. The first way, both feet land at the same time. Oh, see, I couldn't even do it. Both feet land at the same time. Let's try this again. It's not easy to do, but let's try it again. Both feet land at the same time. There we go. Both feet land at the same time. My weight stays all the way back. There's no shifting, and from here, if I'm strong enough and explosive enough, I can turn and start to push all that power behind the ball. Now the way you saw me do it the first time, that's the way it looks. That's the way that I've always been taught, and the way that I always teach my athletes, is that foot has to hit just a fraction of a second after the power foot. And you'll see my weight shift, maybe 2 inches. My weight will shift, and that's going to allow me to easily get out of that position. Let me show you what that looks like. So it's just a bang, bang. It's a real quick boom, boom, with those feet hitting, boom, boom, one right after another. Now the way that a lot of people do it, the way one of my girls is having trouble with right now, is that her back foot, and probably your back foot, is landing really late. And by that back foot landing really late, then you start to see a huge shift of your weight before you're really supposed to do it. So let's show you what that looks like. Let's make sure I don't mess up this one. So if that back foot lands too late, what you're noticing is that my weight starts to shift. The weight starts to shift, the ball comes forward. Now when you go to turn, your leg is already partially extended. You're already all your weight's on this back foot, so you don't have anything to really push with. You need to keep the weight back, but if it lands late, the weight's already going to start to move forward toward the area, toward the direction that you're throwing. Guys, this was an awesome question. This is something that I think I covered months ago, but you would have to really start digging through these videos to find it. This is a great question. I'm looking for more questions just like this. This website, primalatc.com, is really turning into the place for where throwers can come to get throwing advice and training advice. For the past week or so, it's been all about training. Now we're starting to see an influx of throwing questions start coming in. So you guys have to make sure that if you have questions, you've got to ask them. Leave comments on YouTube. Post questions on the website. Okay? Leave comments. Directly email me. My email address is right on the website. Check us out. Email those questions. I'll get them answered for you here on video to show you exactly what you need to do. And we'll keep working together to get you to be the best thrower that you can possibly be.